Do you guys know this feeling where you sometimes just feel more creative than other times? It's as if ideas just come more natural to you. And also fantasizing about things, whether that be like actual concrete future fantasies of what you want to achieve in your life or just completely fictional stuff, it just feels more comfy to think about it. It just feels so good to just dream away sometimes. Well, I noticed a pattern between feeling like this comfiness of fantasizing and this creativity, and doing either Nofap or not, watching a lot of dirty videos or not. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I noticed that a lot of people in like the Nofap scene, they always talk about discipline and motivation, right? They always say, yeah, you know, if you do Nofap, you get a lot of motivation. But then at the same time, there are a lot of people who are like, well, I don't really need that stuff. You know, they're like, well, I work my job. You know, I go to my job, I work the hours I have to work, I go to the gym. That's what I want to do, right? Why do I need any more motivation? I don't really need any more discipline. I have all the discipline that I need to have. And so they're like, yeah, well, what's the point of doing Nofap? And I can kind of understand this actually, because I'm pretty sure that if I would go on like a massive fapping streak right now, I am pretty sure that I would still be able to find the discipline to work. You know, it's not that I need Nofap to get motivation to work. I would still grind the grind. I would still make my hours. I would probably still exercise. I would probably still eat relatively healthy. And in fact, I've actually had some of these relapsey periods where I've genuinely thought that. I've genuinely asked myself the question, why exactly was I doing Nofap? I was like, yeah, I'm fapping every day again, but I'm still working. You know, I'm still exercising. I'm working 10 hours a day. So can't I just continue fapping? But here's the problem. You see, over time, as you still like bring up the discipline to grind the grind, it also becomes just that. It becomes a grind. And you slowly like lose the passion for what you are doing, and you, okay, I'm not gonna say you, I'm gonna say me, because this is the way I experienced it, okay? I lost like my long-term vision of what I wanted out of life. Every time I had a relapse and I was like, I'm still working, but then slowly over time it becomes like more of a dull grind and you lose that passion and that long-term vision. And then as soon as I hopped on to Nofap again, it was as if that passion sparked back into life. I suddenly got this realization where I was like, wait a second, this is not something that I have to force myself to do. This is not something that I have to bring up discipline to do. I actually love to do this. You know, these are actually my passions. And I started to find like more joy out of actually working on these things. And I got more creative ideas. I would actually have these moments where I would like lie at bed at night, I couldn't sleep, and I would get ideas of what I wanted to do, like future ideas or ideas for maybe like making a YouTube video. And I would literally get out of bed and write them down because I was so excited and I didn't want to lose that idea. And then I couldn't sleep for like the rest of the night because I was so hyped on starting to work towards that thing. And whenever I was on like a relapsey period, all of that slowly disappeared. And I think this is a very, very important distinction that a lot of people don't realize. They think, well, you know, I have motivation, so why do I need Nofap? I have enough motivation. But really what you have is not motivation, but what you have is discipline. Because discipline is the power to do something whether you want to do it or not. And motivation is more like actually wanting to do it. And discipline is great, don't get me wrong, discipline is an amazing quality to have, but the problem is, if you're just operating on that discipline, you know, it starts to become this grind, it starts to become less fun. And you start to have less of that long-term vision where you're actually excited to work towards your goals. And that's the thing with true motivation. You know, there's like an underlying passion that drives motivation. And for me, doing Nofap made a huge difference in that underlying passion and that actual creativity and long-term vision. Now, I understand that there are going to be a lot of people that are like, well, I still don't need that stuff anyway. You know, I just work my 9-to-5 job, I come home, I play my video games, that's all I want to do. I don't have any further ambitions. I'm doing fine. You know, I don't need any more passion or creativity. And if that's true, that is fine. But if you are someone that has like greater ambitions in life, or especially if you have like a creative profession where you actually need to come up with ideas, then I think that maybe doing Nofap can make a big difference to you. Assuming, of course, that you are watching a lot of the dirty videos, because in a lot of cases like this with Nofap, it doesn't really give you any benefits, but it's more like restoring the damage that has been done. So assuming that you've been watching a lot of dirty videos and that you've been numbing your dopamine system quite a lot, it can really spark that passion and creativity back to life. It definitely does so for me. So just wanted to tell you guys about this. There is a big difference between just straight up discipline and being able to work the hours you have to work and actually having that passion and true motivation. Now, if you guys liked the video, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.